Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio. I'm Leslie, and this is another episode of art making. We're going to draw this guy from Earth's World. I might draw him a couple of different ways. I think I'm going to do on this toned paper, and then also have a little canvas here that I have. It's a canvas panel, and so I think I'm going to start with this. And if you've been here for a minute, I'm probably on record at least a couple times saying how much I hate oil pastels. I've been using the tempera sticks, the kids' tempera sticks, and I realized that they keep being described as like lipstick-like, and they are. They're very smooth and creamy. And I realized they feel a lot like a really nice oil pastel. And so I got out my oil pastels, which are these, which are not really nice. These are crappy. They're also old and dried out. So they were very frustrating to use. So I headed out to Michael's and I bought these. These are the Faber-Castell oil pastels, which I've never used. I don't know if these are good or not. This is only a 12 color set, so we're gonna be blending. So it's a little paper sleeve. Get the plastic off of that so I can recycle it. This is put on by Michael so that it can be hung. And then you got that. And there we go. These are nice fat sticks. So I think I'm gonna start with a pencil drawing. I'm going to use, this is like a 2B Nano Dia pencil. I've been using this for a while. This guy's gonna be hard to draw because he's got that epic beard. Get that nose in there. Hi. Might have to go through and clean this up before I add any color. Do a little erasing. Okay, now let's get that other eye in. I'm going to put those glasses on the end. up a little bit. I don't have too much graphite in there. All right, so I intended to do this just in black, white, and gray. Yeah, let's try that. Let's get the white. Let's do the white first. So maybe I'll do the glasses in the orange that they are on screen. He's got orange. So this is one of the things. So I'm working small here. And that does make it a little more difficult, I think, to use these because these are quite thick and chunky. So you got a nice edge there. But that edge wears down pretty quick there. So it makes it, I think, to me, hard to use these. They aren't leaving little chunks like these did, because these are freshly opened. So these are a study in why you should use up your materials. So I picked these up to use to make resists for my gel plate. And they worked pretty well for that. Although I would say get something more oily than a cheap brand, because the more greasy the oil pastels are, the better they're going to work. And these were not greasy enough, so I ended up with quite a lot of paint sticking to them because the oil pastels were not greasy enough to fully resist the paint when I was using them on the gel plate. But some of these are so dried out, they are completely useless now. My tablet is, my Kindle is not cooperating right now. So right now what I'm trying to do with the oil pastel is get kind of a base coat down of the mid-tone, and the tempera paint on there also acts as a mid-tone. So the fun thing about oil pastels is they blend. So you can get a full range of value and tone by layering them. And we're getting some nice mid-tones here, some nice value, and as you blend them, you layer them, you get something a little smoother. Now, I'm not sure how much this particular paper is going to hold. It'll do better on the canvas, I think, or the canvas board, which is also primed with something very similar. So when it comes to blending these, you can use a brush and Q-tips. You don't have to use but your nice brush, which I will not be using my nice brushes. So again, getting something with such a broad tip into like detail areas is a real pain. I'm not going to get the kind of like strokes I normally look for in this kind of thing because I can't. I'm just not going to get that kind of range in I can't get that kind of detail with these because just the size of the crayon itself is limiting. Coming back in with the white and doing a little more blending. Giving me a little bit more range. Honestly, it's very blobby looking to me. But I think with time and effort, and if I were working on a larger scale, could definitely see. Now, here's the thing. This is something I ran into the other day with the Q-tip. This is just lifting the material off. I know some people use the Q-tips to, that's not working for me. Yeah, it's kind of erasing it and not giving me a good blend. I think I might need to look at, so that's going to give me some scratchy. Okay, that's going to give me some detail in there. So I'm going to have to go back in. Tap that off. Yeah, I'm going to add some more gray. And white up in here. White up in there. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to get the level of of detail. I would have to work much larger, I think, to use these as effectively as I am accustomed to using even the tempera sticks. You can kind of see the bones of this guy in there, but yeah, it's just I'm trying to get some of those details in with only using like a tiny little edge. So yeah, these are significantly better than these, in part because they're brand new, but also because they are softer. There's a softness to these that I'm really liking. They do remind me of the tempera sticks in a way. I think in the background, I want to use, there's some green there. Let's use the green. So I think I'm going to attempt the same dude, but on the canvas board. Let's get some more. This is kind of what the oil pastels excel at, is like this layering that I'm getting here. I should have looked to see if I could get a larger set. I think, 24 colors for a material like this is probably a better bet. All right, let's tap that off. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use the stick to this Q-tip to scratch some details into the edge. He's got super fuzzy stuff going on. All right. All right. I guess I'm happy with that. Not overly happy, but okay. Let's do the same dude, but on here. All right. I'm gonna go back in with a pencil. Start with that nose. And going for that vibes, not realism thing I'm always talking about. Yeah, I started him a little too high on the page. So when I put his hair in, I'm going to end up missing out on that man bun. That's too bad. All right. All right. Now, that comes up like that. Got that little shape of, I'm overemphasizing some of the shapes here. Sketching some of the areas of light in. Yep, missing out on that epic man bun. The arm of his glasses. And there's his ear. Really, the star of this image is that beard. And yeah, I'm totally making his beard bigger than it really is, because his beard is actually epic. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing, except I think this time I'm gonna start with the black. And I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try and capture some of the details. I am not pushing down too hard with this. I'm definitely giving it a little bit of pressure, but the canvas panel is pretty textured, so it is going to pull way more material off than the smooth paper did. So I'm kind of looking at this as a little bit of a value study. I'm looking for the areas of most contrast and the darkest darks. Which is definitely going to build up the form of his face. I'm seeing some areas where I kind of went overboard on the emphasis, like his glasses are not quite that large. Come in like that. I'm going to go in. The good thing about this particular canvas panel is that it, even though it is quite textured, I can erase off of it. All right, got some, so I've got the darkest darks in, and then his shirt is quite dark, and then a little bit more dark there. All right, now I'm going to put this kind of middle value in. So the toned panel gives us a little bit of middle value. This is a lighter mid than the yellow ochre that I used on the paper. All right, I am liking these much more on the canvas panel than I did on the paper. I don't know if it's just because it's pulling so much more of it off or some other reason. But yeah, this is using this is definitely going to chew through these fast. Same as I think the tempera sticks. The tempera sticks are, you know, I'm blowing through those pretty quickly as well. So here's a thing that I'm liking. So the oil stick, or the oil pastels, in a difference from the tempera sticks, blend really well. So I do have a good capability to get some value range here that you don't really get so much with the tempera sticks because they dry so quickly. This is also, I think, a downside to these is that they don't dry quickly at all. So these are also leaving little boogers all over the page or all over this canvas, which may or may not be a problem. One of the reasons that I've historically very much hated oil pastels is that they are very messy to me. They're, you know, they leave these boogers all over the page. They get all over my hands. There's like this buildup of it on the stick itself. Yeah, I have a love-hate thing with these things. But this is very much where they shine, this blending. Like, the tempera sticks don't do this. You know, you're not getting that full range of value with the tempera sticks. You're getting kind of, you can layer, but you don't get like this kind of range with the tempera sticks. And I mean, look at that. I'm getting like some lighter shades of gray. The orange is poking through, which is really nice. But again, I got these boogers on here. So yeah, they're like these big old chunks of oil pastel. I have a friend who is very good with oil pastels. Maybe I should give her a call and be like, Sarah, show me the way of oil pastels. I don't think these are going to become a favorite of mine for sure. But I definitely am liking these better, and I might actually invest in some professional grade or semi-professional grade oil pastels. Now, a thing that I know I can do is heat this up. I can take my heat gun and I can melt these and use a brush to get more texture. You can also use, from my understanding, isopropyl alcohol or hand sanitizer to get a better blend. I've never used the hand sani to get a better blend with these. I might give it a try. I also think I have another friend who does a lot with oil pastels, and I might hit her up and ask for some help with these, because I think these could be really cool, but I don't really know what I'm doing. And I think some of it is just I need to practice, right? Like, you're not going to get anywhere without practicing. But yeah, the tempera sticks, there's something about how they layer that I really like them. There's something about how they layer that I really dig. All right, I'm going to tap some of that off in the trash. Maybe scrape some of it off too. And there's a lot of chunks on there. So I kind of like how I can see the canvas underneath, but also it's not my favorite. So the interesting thing here is I can actually lift some of this off. So if I wanted to get that right back down to the, look at that. That's kind of cool. That's a nifty thing. Now I can come back in. There's like almost pure white highlight there. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I was looking at some of the oil pastels available. They make like colorless blenders for them. It's a whole world of stuff I've never looked at because I've never really wanted to use these. All right, let's get in here and draw in his glasses. So the black is layering quite well. So I don't usually add the glasses in last. Glasses are usually something I add in pretty early. Usually get those in there as I'm working on the whole thing. It's interesting. So the black is layering better than the white, although it is lifting up somewhat. Not nearly as much. Okay, yeah. All right. I am definitely going to be giving these more of a go um, when it comes to landscapes. Still, I would really like to find a professional grade version of the tempera sticks. I'm going to go back in with the green for the background. Yeah, the tempera sticks have become my favorite new tool. They do somewhat, they are somewhat reminiscent of oil pastels. This was really a way to satisfy my curiosity about like how similar to one another are the tempera sticks to oil pastels. Um, and the answer is, in terms of like texture and whatnot, they're kind of similar, but there are a lot of differences. So if these were tempera sticks, first off, my hands would be a lot cleaner, but these would be dry already. I'm going to try hitting these with a heat gun. We're going to see what happens. I'm not sure you can see what's... All right, so that's kind of an interesting thing. So one of the things I noticed when I was working with these is that when I heated them up, it sort of set it into the paper more deeply, and I can see that happening here. It's almost like the wax and oil has set into the tempera much more deeply. Also, the colors blended a lot softer after heating. Same thing down here. There's almost a transparency to it that wasn't there before. I think I could, like, once this fully cooled, I could go back over this and add another layer of the oil pastels. I have a lot of experimentation to do with these. This was kind of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you have any tips or tricks on how to use oil pastels better? I'm definitely a noob when it comes to the oil pastels. Definitely going to be giving it more of a try. I think I might pick up some sort of like pastel holder or extender so that it's a little cleaner and tidier. But yeah, I'm kind of enjoying that. So if you have not been to my Ko-fi page, I'll be writing up some more of my experiments with the oil pastels and the kids' tempera sticks. Um, Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm just getting into these. I think there's a lot more here for me to explore. The thing that I was coming into with the kids' tempera sticks is that I really like them and I'm really enjoying how they work. Um, but they're not a professional art medium. So if I'm making landscapes, I'm making drawings with them, they're not light fast, and I wouldn't feel comfortable selling those pieces to someone. I don't mind scanning them and including them in a zine and something like that, or like if someone wanted a reproducible piece of art or an illustration, I'd be perfectly happy using them for that purpose. I wouldn't be happy using them for a professional art piece where that piece is going to hang on the wall because they're just going to fade immediately. Whereas the oil pastels, even like a student grade set like this, is going to be light fast and conform to you know, sort of artistic medium norms, in that these are, probably should have checked. These are probably light fast. The expectation with like a decent art material is that it's going to last. It's not. It's not going to fade if I hang it on the wall. So anyway, I'm going to explore oil pastels a little bit here and there as like a medium that's new to me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you explore oil pastels or something that interests you. If you have any tips and tricks about oil pastels, leave it down in the comments. Really appreciate it. Thanks and bye.